Basically, any forward momentum, no matter how big or how small, still counts as progress and still gets you further along from where you started. What's going on, everybody? My name is TAETRO, your electronic music mentor. Welcome back to a new episode of Mentor Monday. If you don't know, Mentor Monday is a segment on the channel where we talk about some of the less technical aspects of being an electronic music producer and some of the more philosophical aspects, the parts that nobody really talks about. In today's episode, I want to talk about procrastination and progress. But first, really quick, a few weeks ago, I partnered with my friends at Rolly and did an Instagram takeover. At the end of the takeover, we did a giveaway, but my friends at Rolly want to give everybody on the channel a special discount. So if you go to the pinned comment below, you can get yourself 10% off a Rolly product. It's an exclusive code just for TAETRO fans. So if you were thinking about getting a light pad block or a seaboard block or anything from Rolly, you should check out the code down below, or at least go to the link and check out what they've got. It's only going to be running for about a week. So make sure if you're going to make moves, do it quick. Let's start today's Mentor Monday by talking about something we all deal with: procrastination. So we all do this, right? We have things that we want to do, things that we're supposed to do, and then we have the thing that's like easier and fun to do, right? So for me, most of the time, that's video games or watching YouTube. And those are things I sometimes choose to do instead of getting work done, doing editing, making a video, things that I'm really supposed to be doing. But why is that? Essentially, there's two paths: action and inaction. Inaction feels really good when you first start. It feels really good to pick up the PlayStation controller and play some Apex Legends. Or it feels really good to just sit on the couch and watch a movie or watch some YouTube videos. It feels really good in that moment. But as time goes on, you're starting to think, wow, I wish I worked on that track, or I wish I made that video. And then it slowly starts to feel less and less great. When you go the action pathway, it's harder to start. It feels more difficult. It doesn't necessarily feel bad, but it feels like work sometimes. But as you start doing it and as you start progressing, you feel good over time. So inaction, we're starting, it's feeling great, and then we're feeling bad and worse about it as time goes on. Action feels hard, it's a little bit difficult, but as it goes on, we're starting to feel good about it. Either way, you're dealing with some type of tension. It's just a matter of whether you take the tension at the outset, or if you want to take the easy way at first, but then get that tension later on. This happens to us as music producers a lot because it can be so hard to sit down and get some stuff done. It might feel like something's going to take way too much time to even start, but that's why I want to talk about progress. Most people think progress means getting something done, finishing something, bringing something from its inception to its completion. And that's not what progress is. Basically, any forward momentum, no matter how big or how small, still counts as progress and still gets you further along from where you started. This is why you really need to think about breaking up your tasks into smaller parts and also celebrating your small successes. Even if they don't feel like successes or achievements, you can still celebrate them and still pat yourself on the back for them, because that's how you create that loop of feeling good about what you're doing, is by actually recognizing the fact that you are doing something. Now, for some, that could mean sitting down and making a track. Maybe that's progress, but that's really daunting if that's your goal every single day. It could be as simple as watching a tutorial on EQ. And maybe you didn't even apply it in that setting. Maybe you just sat down, took notes, or just learned from it, absorbed the information. And even though you were just kind of passively consuming information, you're going to apply it later on, and therefore you're further along in your abilities than you were before you took that step. No, you didn't write a Grammy Award-winning hit track in that sitting, but you took steps towards your actual goals. And also, don't forget about troubleshooting. If your gear is not working, or if you don't know how to use your software properly, for me, it comes down to camera stuff. Every time you solve a problem, even though that problem was hindering you from making progress, solving the problem in itself is progressing, because you could not move forward, or you could not move forward easily without solving those problems. So you shouldn't ever feel like you're moving backwards when you have to troubleshoot. We have to troubleshoot all the time, and that's what actually keeps us moving forward, not stopping where you hit roadblocks. Finding ways around those roadblocks is what keeps us progressing. No matter how small the progress is, you're still one step ahead of where you were before. Once you start to recognize that, you can be a much more productive producer, because it feels better to sit down and do something every day. You don't have this high bar of achievement to hit that you've created for yourself. Some days you'll make huge leaps of progress. Some days you'll make small leaps of progress. But again, you're still ahead of where you were. What do you think? Do you do a good job of recognizing your progress in your day-to-day life as an electronic music producer or aspiring producer? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget that there's an exclusive link for TAETRO fans to get 10% off a Rolly product in the pinned comment down below. And this week's shout out goes to Dr. E. Hassan. Thanks so much for the retweet. If you don't know, I'm going to give out a shout out at the end of every Mentor Monday to somebody who retweets the video. So if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you go do that. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. Share it with a friend who might also find it helpful. And if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button for more electronic music performances, tutorials, and content to make you a more productive producer. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This has been TAETRO, your electronic music mentor. Have a good one.